Okay, I promised I was going to be right back, and I am. I am recording this while that last video is literally in the process of uploading, and I am an octopus on a mission. I am gonna make this happen. I'm gonna win. And I'm definitely not gonna be the first person to win this, but I'm intent on just making this happen. I love this game. To cite Insaniquarium again, that's a game where you have to... It's not quite as roguelite. It's more of an action arcade game. So the strategy you have to employ to make it work... Oh, get away, get away! Oh, thank you, Elephant, for saving me. And thank you, Other Thing, for causing me damage. But Insaniquarium is more trial and error, with that sort of arcadey style. It doesn't have really that roguelite element, in part because the roguelite genre was still very new. Now, admittedly, you know, the developer is friends with Edmund McMillen, the creator of The Binding of Isaac, Super Meat Boy, The End Is Nigh, all sorts of games that are just so innovative in these genres. But specifically when it comes to roguelites, you know, there is evidence of, oh, can I do this? No. I gotta think a little bit more about positioning my my elephant in advance. But he, you know, he comes from the same era of developers that want to make this. It's really pre-mobile games, you know. It's this fun, engaging, replayable experience that's not relegated to this pay-to-win structure. And that's ultimately why the developer decided, well, not decided, he was unfortunately fired from his job, but that doesn't make him any less wrong about refusing to work on these pay-to-win models. Like, microtransactions, it's only now coming into the public eye, but microtransactions and the things that they lead to, like loot boxes, the pachinko style of gameplay that they endorse is toxic. It's not good for games. It encourages you to... It's deceitful, and if there's one thing about games that I think will always stand... Dang it! If there's one thing about games that should always stand, is that they shouldn't be deceitful. Even horror games, they leave their story or their twists to more mundane or passive elements being betrayed. Focus on this elephant. Come on. Oh, man, I'm just not doing my best. Well, I'm doing my best, but my best just is not good enough right now. But anyway, like, if you want to be a stickler about what a roguelike is and a roguelite is, then it's difficult to really have an engaging conversation about the genre and its evolution, because it would be like me telling you that platformers can only be two-dimensional, you know? Like, it's like saying that there's just this very narrow way of viewing the evolution of this genre, and I would say that a game like Insaniquarium is not itself a roguelite, but it combines these elements of arcade style games and ooh, Black Mamba! I got it! Very high damage. Okay, this is a very important decision. I'm gonna replace a Cobra, because then I still have the King Cobra damage. I'm gonna destroy that mine. I forgot about whatever heartfelt point I was trying to make. Oh, roguelites. You know, these genres. Oh man, oh look at that, it's just melting it. I didn't even have to think about it, except then I took damage because I was so focused on that Black Mamba. Alright, tear it down, Black Mamba. Oh. I'm very excited. That's not taking much effort at all. That's like a Gatling gun. And there's the mime. Look at that creepy son of a gun. Okay, what do? Start on this. Stun. Black Mamba, take one out. Those Giga Tanks are tough. They are inhospitable, to say the least. Oof. I got a bit pushed into a corner. Oh boy. I always seem to lose a life up here at the mine. Alright. I wanna take that down. There we go. I guess I gotta stay positive. I've got one life left. I need to think about what I'm gonna do next. Having one health is not the end of a run. Having one health and 0 lives is not the end of a run. I almost got to the very end of the game, and I was at 1 health on 0 lives for a pretty significant portion of that last boss fight. I just gotta keep the faith and not get tilted. Well, or channel the tilt. Embrace the tilt. Enter the tilt tricks. Oh, I thought I was being clever by doing what I was doing. I've got a pretty good build, right? I'm at Paris. I don't think I'll be able to get another life. I'm gonna replace this. That's a bit of an impulse decision, but I've got faith that... Ugh, what's with this faith invading my gameplay? I don't have faith. Faith is about believing. I know that I'm gonna win. So, how could I possibly have faith in that? Alright, Black Mamba, do me proud. Die. Ah. Ah. I had to. It was just not gonna happen. I'm gonna be so mad. You should be mad if I lose. There we go. Okay, you can push enemies on the ground. That is actually kind of nice to know. I was a little worried about how I was gonna be dealing with this stuff. Come on, I gotta beat that Giga Tank. Man, those are tough. Oh. I have my scallop back, so it's not so bad. Am I rushing? Am I getting impatient? What's the problem with the way that I'm approaching these waves? I gotta be analytical. I got that Black Mamba, and so I've been thinking about that single shot. I got rid of my rooster, but that's okay. That's not, honestly, that's not an issue. I don't know if I've despawned those enemies back there. So I just gotta be careful. Okay. Destroy. Got a little bit of that stun on him. I am not concerned with this boss. What? Oh. I'll bet you one of these times he's gonna use that ability and it's gonna do something horrible. And it's gonna kill me. And I'm gonna be super mad because George built up my sense of security while fighting this boss. And then suddenly it got bad. Ooh. That was a bit of a weird turn of events. I was trying to deal with that stealth enemy, and I was also trying to deal with the stun. And, uh-oh. Ooh, boy. I don't want to toot my own horn. But that felt pretty good to do. I think I did Spike justice by doing that. Oh, the baguette! How dare you! No! In front? In front? Is that gonna avoid it? Nope. Oh, that baguette. That's okay. I got him. That's like 1,000 gold. What is that? That is 1,000 gold. Oh, that mime is so stressful. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the number of stealth units that shows up. Maybe it's just the creepiness of the boss himself. But that is like a... I struggle more often than not to beat Gigantomime. I mean, to be fair, he is also the 4th mission boss, so he's just hard. He's been designed that way. I don't care about the shells, but I love this sprite. Look at this cutie. Ursula the urchin? Yeah, of course. When all else fails, you go for the alliteration. I'm just gonna shoot her shot. And I'll probably still end up tanking this just so that I can get on with it. I was trying to do an impression of Dylan Moran, but I don't think I've ever attempted to do that in all of my time talking to myself in front of a computer. So that just kind of came out of nowhere and sounded like my voice was cracking to an extraordinary degree. Alright, is this rocket? Nah. If something wants to be what kills me in this mission, it has to earn it. Because I am a pro gamer, I am an influencer, I am... Oh, jeez, I spoke too soon. No! I take all of that back. I am a fraud. Okay, man. That extra life is looking pretty nice right now. I'm gonna go for that queen bee. The queen bee does basically what I wanted the rooster to do. I don't need the angler right now. It's so difficult. Okay. The cheapest thing to do is to get melee, right? So I'm gonna get the melee. That's gonna put me... That's at least giving me something. So... I am gonna... I want to minimize my gold spending, but I want to maximize the utility of my spots. Like this Black Mamba, it takes 4 hits to destroy one of these centipede. This is like the Mega Centipede. This is the boss version. It takes 4 hits to do this. So I focus the Black Mamba on them. I beat it really fast. Alright, I have the queen bee to support me. I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm stressed. You know, when I was doing the Hydra run, the original Hydra run, I was not I was really not stressed because it was a meme run, so I felt like I was justified if I ended up losing. But I promised at the beginning of this rampage that I was gonna win. And so I feel like I gotta hold up to that, otherwise my whole career in Octogeddon is over. Alright. Good time. The Black Mamba kinda makes short work of it, and that's... I'm sure you could... Oh, okay. I'm sure that you could, if you were thinking about it more, you could... Maybe it's possible to beat this game on the very first try. I highly doubt it. I honestly don't think that this is a game that is designed to be beaten on the first try, because mechanics like the shop, the way that upgrades are integrated into this process, that tells me that there's a little more foresight, and that death is meant to be introduced. I mean, the health. If I had 3 health, there's no way that I would be able to get to this point, because I lose more than 3 health in a single mission, you know? So, I think it's safe to say that this is not a game that can be beaten in one life. In addition to not being meant to be beaten in one life. Alright, where is that last wave? Come on. I just want to be done with this. I need to figure out this Mega Centipede's name. Maybe he's Mecha Centipede? I hope I'm not over-enunciating while I'm doing these. I have my own speech impairments, as well as a bit of history with that in my family. So I was a singer in high school and college. So when I'm speaking into a microphone, I may, as some might interpret it, I may over-enunciate. So if it causes a problem, if it makes it unpleasant to listen to, then please let me know. But if you honestly didn't notice until now, then just ignore it. Just don't listen to me, 'cause it'll make it easier for me to forget that I've even said this in the first place. Okay, what do I got next? Still no stealth enemies. No anglerfish. It's gonna be just fine with my build. Do I need to push anything away with the elephant? Okay, here's a new question. No, I gotta minimize my spending. Maybe I should have gone with the goldfish. Okay, that's a lesson learned. Get the goldfish, 'cause that's gonna help me get that last tentacle. That's gonna put me in a much better position. I love having the queen bee. I'm gonna do a hive mind run. Maybe after this. Depends on how I'm feeling after I've definitely won this run without losing to the final boss. But I think I'll do a hive challenge. Because I love the structure of the queen bee. Homing shots at an appreciable rate. It's all singular attacks, but it hits an enemy pretty much every time. It's one of the most reliable damage dealers because of the fact that the shots are constantly adjusting. So there's a bit of aim assist going on there. They're correcting for your own mistakes in aiming. Plus, they are great when idle. You don't have to think about them. You can just let it happen. Alright. This black mamba. Oh, man. Okay, so my next big quandary. Do I get another black mamba? Or do I don't need another tentacle. Look at this weird arrangement. I hardly need half of this stuff. It's more for the gimmick than anything. I think I've answered my question. I'm gonna go for another black mamba after this. I'm gonna put it nearby. I've already got a king cobra still. I just gotta focus on delivering the most damage possible without compromising my utility players. The elephant, the angler, which I will definitely be getting again, at least once that becomes relevant again. One of the nice things about having stuff like the king cobra and black mamba is for these one-hit enemies that I just got hit by, you can pretty much guarantee that you'll hit them just by swinging around. Am I done with DC Ocean? Man, I forget how long the ocean is. 6,000. Oh, if I could get 8,000, I'm not going to get 8,000 this time around, but 8,000 for that next black mamba will be really nice. Or I think I might replace the crab claw. And see how I do from there. Getting that gold is always helpful. I wish I got that goldfish. That's one of those decisions that I think kind of comes back on you, and it ends up being kind of a defining factor of how your run ends up. Because if I had gotten that goldfish, maybe I could buy. There was no black mamba, which is good. Oh, the stress is mounting. First of all, check. Jellyfish, I need the elephant. Keep the elephant. King cobra, put it on my side. None of that matters. I'm gonna beat the pill bug. I'm not gonna take any damage. Look at this. I've got full health. I haven't even taken a hit yet. Never mind that I had super armor. I definitely have not taken a hit. And I'm not gonna for this entire mission. Pillbug is one of the easier bosses once you figure out the gimmick. But if you're like me and you said, oh, I don't need the elephant trunk, I bought the angler immediately. When I found out that there was stealth, I bought the anglerfish immediately. And it benefited me right away because I encountered stealth enemies. But when the elephant showed up, I had a chance to buy it, and I didn't get it for some reason. I think when I was looking at it, it just didn't occur to me that there was like an appreciable mechanic involved. But look at that. No jellyfish. He's gone. No stun. And it only cost me 50 booty, 50 doubloons a little while back. And now I'm so much better off for it. I mean, look at how this is pretty chaotic. This is way crazier than what it was, you know, the first or second time I got here. I've gotten here 2 other times. Like, it's gotten significantly more difficult, which is awesome because, you know, just as I think I've mastered it, it's turning right around and it's making it even more challenging. Alright. Black Mamba. Let's see how long it takes for me to put him down. As a bit of a design praise, he puts these shells out that can't be damaged. And that's kind of a hint. He's hinting at the fact that he's going to go in his shell and he's not going to be able to be damaged. And there he is. He's gone in his shell. He's still spawning enemies. I'll just keep blowing back all of the jellyfish as he crashes into him. Do as much damage as I can with both of these guys. And then just keep blowing away these jellyfish. He'll run into him. He'll run into one of those at least. There we go. I think both of those are hitting. So, I'm keeping my promise. I said I wasn't going to get hit, and I am not getting hit. Volt's shock, he actually causes the pillbug to be stunned. So that it has a difference. It makes a difference in your fight with this boss. Because the boss is weak against stun. And Amp... Oh, sorry, I called him Amp. That's the name of the Insaniquarium one. Volt causes a stun on any enemies that encounter him. Come on. Are you really not gonna... Just do it. There we go. Making decent progress. Whatever. I'm impatient. Ooh, I did a lot of damage too. Almost. Oh, so close. That's like one hit left. Come on, get hit. There we go. Done. Yes. Oh boy, that was the last mini boss before I am... Oh, do I replace the crab claw? If I get another black mambo, is that going to be the difference maker? I have literally not used the crab. I haven't actively engaged the crab in this whole section. And also, there's stealthed enemies. Yay! I don't have an angler, and I'm fighting stealthed enemies. Oh, look, the Octogeddon before me destroyed the checkpoint. Alright. Increased fear of stealth. That is my modus operandi for this. Is that stealth is a lot worse of a mechanic than it has been, and I need to treat it as such so that I don't get overwhelmed by these invisible enemies. They are just invisible, what do you call it? They're invisible single-shot enemies, so that won't cause me too many problems. But still, I need to... I gotta be careful. I'm approaching my last life. And so... Whew. It's getting stressful. These stealth enemies, they wouldn't be an issue. They're showing up at the perfect time, and so I just have to deal with them right away. Oh, I don't know what I rolled over, but that stinks. Black Mamba. Just don't want to risk it. Oh man, this is like crunch time. I need that extra life, but I also need maybe another Black Mamba. I've got a bit. I think the extra life would be the most useful because, in all honesty, I don't see myself taking nearly as much damage against the final boss as I did the first time. I've really done what I can to remember his patterns, and so I feel pretty confident that I'm gonna make it work this time. Oh no, but I don't have enough lives. Did I honestly I mean, I guess I'm kind of reaching that stage of acceptance. I'm pretty sure I only had 0 lives when I did this. So, when I started, like, I lost lives somehow? If I had actually had all the lives that I was promised, then I definitely could do this. I gotta not speak past tense. I can still do this. I've got 5 health left. That is almost 2 full early game lives. Ooh, sorry. Ooh. I was just kind of sitting there and letting it happen. Oh boy. Just gonna flail a bit. Let's see how that works. Working well so far. I can't believe that worked. Oh, I ran into the shock. That's a good chance to use it. I used a lot of I ended up using a lot of health just learning the attack patterns of the boss when I first got there. Oh, and I'm still only on level 1. Oh, I don't know. I might be able to do it, but you know what? I'm thinking... Oh no! 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 I'm thinking that... I'm getting tilted and losing my will to live. I don't think anything here is gonna save me. There's still stealthed enemies. Oh no. I was so close. Well, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get a B. I'm gonna do just that. It's amazing how quickly these levels just suddenly make you go, oh wait, I'm dead. I started off so confident, and I just got demoralized by the onslaught of stealth enemies. You think the stealth enemies aren't going to be tough just because they've only got 1 health? Think again. They will ruin you. Ooh, got exploded. I'm just gonna try to run away from those guys. Give me that. Bam. Just run right through. You chasing me? Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten so cavalier. Well, I hate to be counting my tentacles before they grow, but health. I think that this might be the end of yet another angry attempt at destroying the White House. There are a couple things I would do different next time. Thinking more about those goldfish. I was so caught up. Our scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they should, whether or not they could, that they didn't stop to think whether or not they should. Oh, I'm getting those mixed up. I wanted to sound cool, and I failed. Spin faster. Wow. I haven't gotten limb 8 yet. I haven't gotten the conch. Dragon. Dolphin. Ooh, I got another heart. 9 hearts. Lives. There we go. I wanted so badly to make it work. And I can start off with a dolphin and a snake. And stealth enemies. Well, do or do not. Try or try not, there is no do. I guess I'll just give this another go next time, and maybe I won't lose my lives. So, maybe next time I'll be able to get it. Thanks for joining me on this rage-fueled endeavor, and I'll see you next time.